Biz. Welcome to another episode of Bay Area Boxing Talk. This is episode 52. Of course, we gonna talk about what happened yesterday, where basically Terrence Crawford blew Al Haymon and Errol Spence out the water and basically shut down Errol Spence goofy ass fans, his fan club. At the end of the day, y'all can try to do damage control all you want. You can't deny what's going on. But like I told you, that's what happened when you listen to these boxing channels that don't do no research. That's just basically fanboys. That's what happens listening to Beavis and Butthole content creators. Beavis and Butthead or whatever they called. Listen to those dudes. Like, they made y'all look stupid. And you can't get around this. Now it's kind of being confirmed that Stephen Espinosa is kind of hinting that they did turn down $50 million. That it was a $50 million offer. And everything I said about Errol Spence don't have no control of his career. But like I said, if y'all don't have the guts to admit that, you know, what's going on is going on, that the reason why this fight isn't happening is mainly because of Al Haymon. I mean, keep continuing to be in denial and making fools of yourself. People talking about it wasn't a good look what Bud did. What wasn't a good look? That Bud told the truth? That he been telling the truth all along? Because you Errol Spence apologists can't accept the fact that Errol Spence was basically lying and keeping it a buck. It hurts that bad, huh? And I'm glad some channels have been shut down. You can't keep putting spins on it. Before I begin, I just want to say to Shakur Stevenson, look, Shakur, you a good dude. You a good young man. Just be careful, brother. Just be careful, man. Just be careful. That's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna try to lecture you. You a grown man, but just be careful, brother. That's all I got to say. You know I'll roll with you, Shakur. You've always shown me love when I come to your fights. You give me interviews, but Shakur, just be careful, brother. That's all I got to say, and we'll leave it at that. I don't want to come across as I'm lecturing you and trying to tell you what to do with your life, but at the same time, I got a kid your age, and you know what I'm saying, as a father, I'm saying be careful, bro. Just be careful, you know. And once again, I want to say my condolences to Migos and take off. I'm gonna speak on that this weekend, man. I'm gonna speak on the industry as a whole. And I'm not gonna pull no punches. I'm gonna just keep it real. They know who they is. Yeah, like I told y'all, man, I'm my own entity. I'm a boss, and I don't have no leader. Nobody lead. Nobody. I can't be led by anybody. Somebody out there, I'm sneak this, whatever the case. That's your problem. I'm just keeping it a buck. Like I said, everything that I told y'all came to fruition. The Keith Thurman fight was in play all along. All it was a stall tactic. A lot of the stuff that Terrence Crawford said was very telling. Now, of course, you have people still coming on certain channels trying to troll and somehow try to make this Terrence Crawford fault. Well, if you're that, and I just have to, if you're that ignorant and stupid to still try to put this on Terrence Crawford, something is seriously wrong with you, and you need to go seek help. They had a $50 million offer for people trying to say, oh, Terrence Crawford tried to backdoor Al Haymon. How is he trying to backdoor Al Haymon when Errol Spence is the one that was saying, hey, I'm my own boss. I'll make all my own decisions. So if you got an offer for $50 million That should have been a no-brainer. And then you talking about, what about back-end money? How you gonna sit up there and say back-end money when you guaranteed $25 million? And basically Showtime trying to make you believe that there isn't that kind of money out there to make this fight. It was a no-brainer. Or Al Haymon, once again, when he said that he presented the offer to Al Haymon. See, what's been going on is Al Haymon been telling Bud one thing and then telling Stephen Espinosa another thing. And then he tells Terrence Crawford, why would you limit your ceiling? How would you limit your ceiling when Al Haymon can't even tell you what type of money they willing to pay you for the fight? Telling you that you need to take net profit before taxes. That doesn't make any kind of sense. Anybody with common sense would have took $25 million, because according to y'all, the so-called power to the people black community, y'all don't even think that fight could generate $50 million for them to split. All that stuff was cap. Like I said, he said he started talking to Al Haymon around May. As I said before, June, July, August, September. You had a 4-month cushion. And actually before that, after Bud defeated Sean Porter, you had at least 3 months prior. You could have had this fight negotiated and set for September by the time Errol Spence beat Ugas. So basically, like I said before, you had in between pretty much between 7 and 8 months to negotiate a fight and get it done. And you made no attempt. Because what's going on is these dudes are looking stupid. These Errol Spence fans are looking stupid. You busted. None of the stuff that you was talking about was true. You never knew what you were talking about. You were just making stuff up to just save face for Errol Spence. Look, it's okay to like somebody, but good grief, it's like a cult following. And then at the same time, instead of you just being fans of Errol Spence, you made it personal, and a lot of you Errol Spence apologists divided the black community. Being divisive. Personal attacks on Terrence Crawford. And like I say, the hypocrisy with some of these dudes here is just amazing. Sat up there trying to tear down Terrence Crawford, personal attacks against this man, but then trying to act like you like in his fight. How is that? And then trying to take credit for whatever role Blue Blood had in this company, or being a silent partner when Blue Blood was attacked and threatened by fighters, and none of y'all said shit except me. None of y'all said nothing. You tucked your tails. So don't come talking that high power stuff. Like, man, get like for real, man. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. Like I said, the hypocrisy with some of these dudes is just amazing. The Keith Thurman fight was already set in play. What the plan was to stall negotiations. To me, it looked like Al Haymon was playing Terrence Crawford and Stephen Espinosa at the same time. You gonna tell Terrence Crawford, why would you limit your ceiling when you don't even know how much you want to pay him for this fight? And he pretty much guaranteed, him and Errol Spence guaranteed like $25 million apiece. Al Haymon could have took a percentage out of the $50 million. Al Haymon probably could have made like $5 million off that deal, which still with over $20 million. Errol Spence wasn't even allowed to be at his own negotiations. So let's get back to the Keith Thurman fight right quick, because I want y'all to take notes. So if he's fighting Keith Thurman on December the 17th, because he said some announcement is coming up, okay, and it doesn't matter if it's Keith Thurman or not. If he's fighting on December the 17th, what happened to this? Oh, we gonna try to make the fight for January. We know you ain't go fight Terrence Crawford on 4 weeks notice. So either that phone call was purposely leaked, or once again Errol Spence was not telling the truth again, or Al Haymon is completely keeping him in the dark. Terrence Crawford said he wanted to set up a personal meeting, his lawyers, Errol Spence and him there. Al Haymon didn't want to do that. He said you don't negotiate fights that way. So Errol Spence don't even seem to be knowing what's going on. That's what all them dudes mean by talk to Al Haymon. You heard Danny Garcia tell this to me a few years ago when he was offered $3 million for a Terrence Crawford fight, and he took $1 million to fight Adrian Granados. What did he say? Talk to Al Haymon. I mean, I'm just gonna put it all out in the open. Like, you gotta ask this question: is Al Haymon an advisor, manager, promoter? Because if all three of them, then that means he in violation of the Muhammad Ali Act. And I don't care about you dudes talking about I'm snitching and all that stuff, because you sound stupid as hell. That ain't snitching. Just telling the truth. There's a lot of questions about what's going on, and it's obvious that these dudes don't have control of their career. So like I said, all that capping Errol Spence was doing about he his own boss, he ain't his own boss, he an employee. And Terrence Crawford said out of his own mouth, all this stuff about Al Haymon, like take care of all his fighters, that ain't necessarily true. He may look out for some, but not all. Because why did he allow Adrian Broner to leave? Oh yeah, because Adrian Broner couldn't get fights. Fights being canceled. And from my knowledge, Tank ain't with them no more neither. Tank gotta deal with Showtime. So that's what I'm saying. You got more unhappy fighters than you do happy fighters. And to that clown that came on my channel talking about, well, Al Haymon did put together some of the biggest fights of recent. What big fights? You talking about Charlo versus Castanos? Oh, you mean that fight that was at a tennis stadium at capacity that holds 8,000 people that nobody came to see? That they had to beg people to go watch the fight. They told them to go watch the fight for free and they could sit wherever they wanted to sit. Okay. What else? What other big fights they put on this year? Yeah, I'll wait. You can't talk to a dude, like I said, that's like, that do his research, that talk to people. And then y'all pick and choose who y'all want to roll with. Terrence Crawford bent over backwards for Errol Spence and Al Haymon. And they've been jerking him around. The disrespect that Al Haymon did show Terrence Crawford. And then the thing is, Terrence Crawford could have sat up there and made videos. He could have made videos. He could have did interviews going in on Al Haymon. Terrence Crawford still decided to stay on code to say Al Haymon is a nice guy. Al Haymon ain't being a nice guy. He haven't been a nice guy. Because the overall plan is it was put in play like a little bit around 2020, 2021. Move up to 154, get a couple of winnable fights, get 2 or 3 winnable fights, 154, try to get one fight at 160, or you try to fight Canelo at some kind of catch weight. You fight at Cowboy Stadium, you try to seek it, you pack the house, get like possibly 80 to 90,000 people at Cowboy Stadium. I get it. That makes sense because Terrence Crawford could offset the overall plan. Too big of a threat. And for all you dummies that think that Terrence Crawford would be an easy fight for Errol Spence, like I say, once again, it falls in deniability. But that's been a play all along. They had no intentions on making this fight. They don't want to make this fight. You had between April and August, you had plenty of time to get a deal did. And then you keep stalling about the money. But that's what Al Haymon do, because Al Haymon did and try to make it look like to slide on Al Haymon and do a side deal. Like I said, Spence was the one talking this all stuff that he make. So, like, back end money. They tell Terrence Crawford he ain't getting no back end money. So why would Errol Spence be worried about back end money if you guaranteed $20+ million purse? But they're sitting up talking about streaming and all this kind of stuff. And then you at the same time with damn, I forgot what the company's name is. So if you got an investor that's willing to put up $50 billion for this fight in a hedge fund, like I said, once again, that's a no-brainer. So you worried about back end money with these people, but you but you know what I'm saying? You ain't worried about the back end money for Terrence Crawford. Like I said before, man, make it make sense. Like I said, a lot of these Errol Spence apologists is trying to figure out how can they talk around this, how can they get around this. There ain't no way you can get around this. I'm sorry that the truth is hurting you guys and that you guys are in pain about what's going on, but that's y'all problem. That's y'all problem. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to take $25 million. And then here's the thing. I keep asking this question. Why didn't Errol Spence publicly call out Al Haymon and say, hey, I'm calling out Al Haymon. I want this fight no matter what. Make the fight with Terrence Crawford. You know why he can't do that? Because he contractually obligated not to be able to say anything bad about Al Haymon. He makes a lot of those fighters sign those non-disclosure contracts. And after every fight, you have to say his name. So you tell me how is that not being, you know what I'm saying, being in a concentration camp where you have to say a dude's name. Now, a lot of this can get resolved. Al Haymon can make himself available. Once again, I'll say this once again to Errol Spence. If you want to come on here, you are more than welcome to come on here. I would love to hear your side of the story. I've said this several times. If you listen to Errol Spence, which I know you listening, or some of your people is listening, you more than welcome. I won't disrespect you. You can have the floor all to yourself. I'll let you talk. Won't interrupt you. I just want to hear your side of the story. Because you need to explain to me the inconsistency. You said there was a contract that you signed back in July. Are you talking about that proposal? A proposal is not a contract. A proposal is what you made be willing to be offered. A proposal is just a proposal. You look at the proposal, then you have your people say, well, we want to change this, we want to change that. I want this, I want that. So a proposal is not a contract. Because like I said, I know about contracts because we just did our union contract. We just negotiated our union contract. Okay? So stop it. Everybody was hinting that this stuff was going on. Max Kellerman. Even Max Kellerman, who tried to be neutral about the situation, he even told Terrence Crawford to take less money. Okay, Terrence Crawford agreed to take less money. What happened was Terrence Crawford called they bluff. And all they kept doing was pushing the goalpost back. And it was confirmed. To sit up there and offer somebody net pay, like I keep telling you, and saying, hey, just trust me. But then you tell somebody to turn down $50 million because at the end of the day, they don't want to make this fight. Now, if Al Haymon think he can make more money for Errol Spence fighting Canelo down the line, just say so. Just tell the truth. So we all can move on and just say, you know what, Terrence? We just don't want to make this fight because the plan all along is we want to, carefully put Errol Spence in the ring with opponents that we feel he can beat. We gonna try to bring Canelo back, try to get him to come back. We want to match Errol Spence up with Canelo, and we feel like Errol Spence could probably make $50 million fight Canelo. Okay, if that's the overall goal, fine. Just say so. Just say so. We feel like we can make a killing fighting Canelo somewhere down the line, maybe 2024, late 2024, maybe 2025, if Canelo don't retire. Or if Canelo don't take a beating in one of his next couple of fights. Now Canelo fixed his hand. Let's see how Canelo looks. Just say so. And say, okay, well, we feel like we can make more money fighting a Canelo fight. That Errol Spence can make $40 million fighting Canelo. Because he at least want to go into that Canelo fight undefeated. Because that'll be a selling point for the fight. Okay, I get it. You go in there fight Canelo, you took a loss to Terrence Crawford, okay, the value of the fight diminishes by a lot. That's cool. That's all you had to say. You should have been saying that in the first place instead of wasting Terrence Crawford's time and wasting the fans' time. Because, like I said, that's what the play is. And then the funny thing, the Errol Spence apologists, they okay with that. Because you heard a couple of people say, oh, well, maybe Canelo and Errol Spence makes a lot of sense. And that just shows you their inconsistency. So I'm just keeping it a buck. That's something that a lot of people can't do on here. I've been keeping it a buck. Can't say much for everybody else. That's what Al Haymon should just say. He should just keep it a buck. Just say that's the overall, hey, Mr. Crawford, that's just the overall plan. But at the end of the day, Terrence Crawford is getting older. Like I said, Terrence Crawford is 35. I don't want to hear this stuff about about the timing and all this kind of stuff. Man, at the end of the day, man, this fight could have been made in 2021. It could have been made this year. All this stuff about leaving Bob Arum was cap. It was cap. Never had no intentions on making the fight. I thought if the money is right, then Al Haymon will step aside. And like I said once before, all this stuff about, please stop talking this pro-black stuff when it comes to Al Haymon, because that ain't the case. Al Haymon would rather Errol Spence take a risky fight, even more risky fight, versus a Hispanic and help put a shitload of money in Canelo's pocket than basically put a shitload of money in Errol Spence's pocket fighting another black man. once again, Al Heyman don't believe black versus black fights sell. He don't think, he like he said, Al Heyman just been stalling. And that's all it come down to. I'm sorry that some of y'all can't handle the truth. That's all that's been going on. I told you I'm gonna keep it real on my channel. I'm gonna keep it real on my channel. Cause like I said before, a lot of people on here just be fronting. And then just listening to certain people, how they talk and how they conduct themselves, you just gotta be like, man, is you kidding me? That's all they gonna do is try to put a spin on it. Wasn't no bad look for Terrence Crawford. It was a good look because everything that Terrence Crawford said was accurate with pretty much what I was saying about that they had some investors that was willing to put up the money for the fight. A lot of times that's what they used to do to get some of these fights made back in the day. Find investors. Like I said, I'm sorry that the truth about the so-called truth is hurting y'all. Errol Spence don't got no say over his career. How you not gonna be allowed to be at your own negotiations for a fight and saying that ain't how, telling somebody that ain't how fights are made? But then you want somebody to take net profit off a pay-per-view, but then you don't even have no numbers, a trajectory of how much you think the fight gonna make, and you don't have no flat out rate for how much Terrence Crawford can make. But you stop this man from taking a guaranteed $25 million, and you got some of these dummies on here trying to make that seem like that makes sense. You guaranteed $25 million. That's a no-brainer. But you don't even know how much you gonna make through the PBC, or Showtime, and Showtime don't have a number for you. So like I said, all that stuff about Daniel Kinahan was capped. All that stuff was just a stall tactic. That's all it was. That's all that was a stall tactic. Well, I'm not sorry. Because who been trying to present y'all the truth, who tried to be objective, the smaller channels were the ones who were more accurate than these bigger channels. Because all these bigger channels were just groupies. Give me that groupie love. Give me some. I'm telling y'all, I think some of these dudes really have like a big ass poster of Errol Spence with candles around it and shit. I mean, Errol Spence is just a man. He not Allah, he not God, he not Jesus. But some of y'all see him that way. Y'all been pacifying Errol Spence for way too long. And like I said before, if Errol Spence fights Keith Thurman, the dude that he said he would never fight, Al Heyman just made Errol Spence look like a complete, and I just gotta say it, he made Errol Spence look like a liar, and he made Errol Spence look bad. But I see that they got people trying to big up this Errol Spence Keith Thurman fight. Oh, well, it's better than anybody Terrence Crawford had fought. Well, that's what y'all always do. Anybody Errol Spence fights, you elevate it. You make it look like it's some marquee fight, a world beater. I'm just keeping it a buck. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all specialize in doing. That's what y'all specialize in doing. That's the only thing y'all good at. So I mean, keep the BS going, because y'all been proven to be full of it. Y'all been bodied, not literally. Y'all the Errol Spence groupies, y'all been, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been KO'd. Take it. Take y'all L, man. Take y'all L, man. Like take y'all L like men. Like I said, I don't. Y'all sit up there defending Al Heyman, a dude who don't give a damn about y'all. Like I said, you got a group of people that sit up here defending Al Heyman, a dude that then banned a lot of them from fights, blacklisted them, don't have the decency to talk to nobody, and that's the biggest problem. But y'all want to cape for this dude, say, "Oh, he don't have to talk to nobody," and I get it. Because at the same time, when you in denial about something, sometimes you have to defend. Like when you in denial, sometimes you have to keep a lie going at all costs, no matter how bad it makes you look. And that's all that's going on. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how some of these dudes on here switched the narrative. Now, just 2 years ago, like I said before, just 2 years ago, about 3 years ago, all of a sudden Eddie Hearn was a colonizer. He was this, he was that, he was this, he was everything but a child of God. And Eddie Hearn did say some stupid stuff, and I called Eddie Hearn out on it. Just like at times I had to call Bob Arum out on things. I called the PBC out on things. I was objective about everything. Right down the line, called Oscar De La Hoya out. But then started giving certain content creators access to them. Then all of a sudden, the promotional company wasn't that bad. They were an innovator. They were smart. It changed. Now, same thing said. Oh, get away from Bob Arum. Bob Arum is this. Bob Arum is that. Bob Arum is a horrible person. But then when certain people start messing with Bob Arum, all of a sudden people zip their lips. None of this, oh, you shouldn't be messing with Bob Arum. But these are the same people, like I said, I want y'all to let this sink in. These are the same people that was attacking Terrence Crawford the whole time he was with. You know, the people Terrence Crawford, the same time Terrence Crawford was with Top Rank. So makes sense. That's all I need for y'all to explain. So let me get this straight. If somebody else is on Top Rank, you don't have a problem with it. But all of a sudden Terrence Crawford is not on Top Rank, was told to leave Top Rank. Oh, okay, it's all good, but somebody is dealing with Top Rank. Now all of a sudden you cool with Top Rank. Do that make sense? You know who these dudes are. I want y'all to come on. Please call me out. Because I got more. I got more. Because like I said, this stuff is sickening. These dudes be trying to play that power to the people stuff. And like I said before, trying to act like they so pro-black. They not pro-black. They pro-access. As long as these dudes got access to them, then they mess with them. And then what like that's what this is all about. It ain't about no pro-black. Look at my channel versus everybody else's channel. Have y'all seen some of the stuff that I talk about on my channel? I take risks, and that's okay. And I just want to tell people, I ain't the perfect person, and I don't pretend to be. But I'm going to tell you this much, as a black man, there's certain things that I'm not going to celebrate, that I'm not going to embrace. And that's just real talk. Because I really do want what's best for black people. I really do want black men and black women to do better. That's why I'm going to continue to call out the Jason Whitlocks of the world, the Stephen A. Smiths of the world, the Malika Andrews of the world, people like that, toxic people. people that cause division. So, it's all good. It's all good. Oh man, I told you, man. I'm John Wick. These dudes on here, man. Just call me John Wick. I'm John Wick on here. These dudes, like I said before, I can tell y'all the truth. A lot of people ain't rolling with me. A lot of people mad at me and I'm saying that because I wouldn't follow a script. But I'm gonna tell you this much: some content creators was right about what they said. Because one thing about me, and I can tell you something else though, for real. It's about access, not blackness. Tell me that I'm lying. You know who these dudes are. You know who these dudes are. You know who they are. Like I said, some of these content creators ain't wrapped too tight, and I'm just keeping it a buck. And I'm not affiliated with those dudes. Because some of these dudes on here, for real, they need to lay on that couch. But everything I just said is factual. Everything. I came with straight facts. And it's not my problem if people get exposed for lying. Stop lying. Tell the truth. Take your L, man, like a man. Let me explain something to you. When I was proven wrong about certain videos that I may have put out about one person or another, I had to issue personal apologies because I remember I said something about blood boxing that wasn't true, and I apologized to the man on the air. Even when I was going at it with Travis Gotti, which was many years ago, it was some stuff I said about him or put out about him. I had to apologize. Let me explain something to you. If you wrong, you wrong. And it don't make you less of a man if you apologize. It don't make it look like you got punked. It don't make it look like you weak. That's one of our biggest problems in our community. It's not accepting the fact when we wrong. Okay? I've had to retract stories. I had to apologize to boxers. I had to apologize to celebrities and retract stories. Doesn't mean I'm any weaker of a person. That doesn't mean I'm weak. Doesn't mean I got checked. Doesn't mean I got punked or none of that stuff. And that's our problem. People act like, and that's another thing. Just because somebody apologized to you don't mean that you checked them. Okay? Because we got to get out of that. That's why Tasha K's ass in the trouble that she in now. All she had to do is just issue an apology to Cardi B. Just take down the videos after several requests from Cardi B's team. That's all Cardi B asked for. Take down the videos and issue an apology. But Tasha K tried to play too cool for school. She tried to play hard on the boulevard, and look what happened to her. She got sued. She got sued. She got to do all this stuff to to protect her assets or whatever assets she thinks she may have, all because she couldn't just admit that she was wrong and just take her L. And that's what a lot of these content creators do. Because I ain't gonna lie, because I heard just like, and I'm not gonna say it, I just heard something that was so out of pocket in reference to terror. I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. It ain't even that personal. It ain't even that serious. Like I said, y'all, I said this in the other video. I'm a reporter. I guess I'm a journalist. I cover these fights and I take it serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm very serious about when I'm on the field covering these fights. And then when I send somebody to a fight, I want them to be serious, just like it's easy as people think it is. Because like I said before, you just don't understand like how tough it is sometimes when you're trying to get interviewed with certain fighters. Because I think to a certain degree, a lot of these fighters be feeling themselves. Like I said before, and I stand by what I said. The fighters that they gave me the most trouble when it came to getting interviews have been black fighters. Because we feel like we don't have an obligation. And blacks do have an obligation to look out to other blacks. Look, like I said, I could do the walk and talk. I know if you in a rush, I could walk with you. I could ask you questions all the way till you get up in your car and leave and all that kind of stuff. But the problem I have is you don't want to talk to me, but you will talk to a Mexican, or you will talk to a white person, or you will talk to an Asian reporter, but you will leave a black dude hanging. But that's the funny thing. You only want to keep track of who Terrence Crawford don't do interviews with. And then, like I said before, keep in mind, it all started with the midget putting this thing out to Terrence Crawford. They talked to black media. That he did that he shrugged off only black media. But then when he did the same thing to Ellie Setback, there wasn't no videos put out because people wanted to put this narrative out about Terrence Crawford. Listen. I'm not doing this to get on Terrence Crawford's good side. Look, Terrence Crawford did burn me for a couple of interviews before, but I didn't get mad. Like I said, sometimes he talks, sometimes he don't. But I can tell you a boxer who was black. I tried to interview this dude like 3 or 4 times. Seen him at fights. Let's roll his eyes. But then previously I'll see him talking to white media outlets. But then when it came to black media outlets, all of a sudden he don't want to talk. He don't feel like doing no interview. And I'll just say, hey man, I only need just 1 minute of your time. I get you out of here real quick. Do it. But now some of these dudes, now that they warmed up to me because they watch my videos, they know, okay, well, Town Biz don't be sitting up here trying to get your cake recipe like some of these other dudes be doing. Some of these dudes be asking stupid questions. They want to talk to a dude for 10 minutes about meaningless stuff. No, I just want to tell you boxers, I just want to ask you, y'all already know, the longest you gonna interview with me, I'll try to get y'all out of there in 3 minutes. I'm not trying to get your mama's, chicken pot pie recipe and like some of these other dudes be doing. Y'all basic questions, that's it. Get up out of there, move on to the next. I'm rapid fire. So I'm just saying. It's not just Terrence Crawford, like I said. Look, I just want y'all to see the pattern in some of these content creators. Everybody saw Terrence Crawford when he did that to Ellie Setback, when he didn't want to talk to Ellie Setback. You didn't see no videos that people put out saying, well, see, I'll put out a video saying Terrence Crawford do that to everybody. You didn't see nobody putting out videos about, well, Terrence Crawford does this with all media. I was the only one, as usual. You know why them dudes didn't put that video out? Because it would have killed their narrative. Their demonization of Terrence Crawford. But I will say this to you boxers, because I know a lot of you boxers watch my channel. This is just real talk. At the end of the day, whether you like it or not, especially if you go to a fight, you go to an event where the public is there, a public event, there's a difference between a public event and a private event. At the end of the day, man, you guys signed up for this. So you can't get mad if people walk up to you, want an autograph, want to take a picture, want a quick interview. Look, I know you may have to be somewhere. That's fine. I told you, I could do the walk and talk. I could walk with you, ask you a quick question, get up out of there. And I understand that. But at the same time, you signed up for this, whether you like it or not. If you're going to fight on TV, you're going to be on TV. That does make you a celebrity. So you have to understand that. You can't get no attitude when somebody want to talk to you. Now, if you know, that's just real talk. You can't be shocked that somebody want to interview you. Because at the end of the day, that's what we there for. That's our job. You can't sit up there and be, like I said, if you black, okay. Don't sit up there and deny black media outlets an interview, but then you talk to the blacks, because that's real suspect. So for the people that think I'm just singling out content creators, I got to talk to you boxers. Because like I said before, it was a boxer that like I tried to talk to. He got an attitude. He didn't want to do an interview with me. I ain't gonna say his name because, you know, I'll try not to name drop. But he warmed up to me. He started talking. So I'm just telling you, content creators, keep it a buck. And to you boxers, the same thing. You signed up for this. You signed up for this. We there to do our job. For real. When I'm credentialed to cover a top rank event or a matchroom event, won't be covering any PBC events anymore because I'm permanently blacklisted for covering anything. Y'all have to understand something. When I'm credentialed by top rank, and this is to you boxers that listen to my channel, I'm there to cover you guys. That's my job. That's why Top Rank credentials me, because they want me to f their fighters. Once again, you signed up for this. Now, if you, I mean, at the end of the day, I understand you want to chill with your family, but at the same time, if you in a public outing and you know media is there, now if you want to go back to your hotel room, that's your private space. But if you at a public event and you know media go be there and you know media trying to talk to you, then once again, you signed up for it. I'm just keeping it a buck. You can't have it both ways. And then what'll trip me out, the next time you see me, then you might want to talk. I understand, like one fighter, he was cool with me. He said, I watch your videos. He say, I mess with you because you make your videos quick. So let's do it. He said, you know, then it's another fighter. And then I didn't have fighters walk up to me and say, hey man, how come you don't want to interview me? I ain't gonna say who they is. I'll be like, oh, well, you know, I didn't see you, and which I literally didn't. So like I said, it's a slippery slope. I'm trying to educate you guys on what goes on. What these what these goofy content creators that sit up behind their desk or whatever, sit up in their house and stuff with a gigantic microphone like they finna bust a rap, and they ain't. They bust lies instead of raps. It's quite a few of them. So I'm just educating y'all, man. I'm just educating y'all, telling you what's going behind the scenes. So once again, I'll call it right down the middle. So that's for you fighters, that's for you content creators, all that stuff. But you know, getting back to the Terrence Crawford thing, even Oscar De La Hoya said he ride with Terrence Crawford. But I guess now you don't care what Oscar De La Hoya got to say. I bet you if it was the other way around, it's funny these Terrence Crawford haters, when Bob Arum say that he don't think Terrence Crawford can beat Errol Spence. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, man, I agree with that. Yeah, Bob Arum is right. So if Bob Arum say something you don't like, oh man, screw Bob Arum. Screw Bob Arum, man. Bob Arum don't know what he talking about. Same thing with Eddie Hearn. Like I said, man, yeah. I'm gonna keep, like, for real. I'm gonna keep ethering. I'm gonna keep ethering y'all. I don't care who y'all is. I'm gonna keep ethering y'all. I mean, you know, I gotta keep doing this. This is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I do. And see, let me tell you something else. And shout out to my guy, Kobe, man, my correspondent. Like I said, I take the media thing seriously. Ask him. I give a briefing, and then let me tell you something else that I do. I'll take care of my correspondence. Unlike some people. So I'm giving y'all a brief of how this whole media thing works. I know that some of y'all Errol Spence apologists crying alongside Joe Pillow because it's been exposed that Errol Spence ain't his own man. And then he sure like to talk about man down. Well, Al Heyman been man down you since you been with him. He don't allow you to make your own decisions. So stop talking to a boss, cause you're not. And look at dude, eye to eye. Look at him right on opposite sides of a negotiating table. Don't get divorced. In most cases, they sit at a table. They may have a judge. If they don't go to court, if they got that kind of bread, they sit in a conference room. The judge is sitting at one chair. Then you know what I'm saying. The opposite sides are sitting on one end of the table versus the other. That was crazy to hear that, but it didn't surprise me because I've been telling y'all this. Get the earwax out y'all ears, man. Accept the truth. Y'all Errol Spence apologists, y'all been knocked down. Y'all been knocked down and you ain't making the 10 count. So all this stuff about, yeah, Errol Spence make his own. No, he don't. Not. E40. Nope. Is Al Heyman your boss? Yup. Can you make your own decision? Nope. Do you want to fight? Nope. So, hey, look, I can write too. Don't make me go into the studio. Don't make me go into the studio because I got bars. Don't make me go into the studio, man, because by the way, I do got some music coming out, so you know what I'm saying? Be out pretty soon. So I'm just saying, man, don't make me go into the studio, man. Like I said, y'all can cheerlead all you want. You can cheerlead all you want. But at the end of the day, your cheers is more like boos. So like I said, I like doing this to y'all. I'm gonna keep making fools out of y'all. I'm gonna keep making fools out of y'all, for real. Y'all content creators, y'all fanboys, because like I said, a lot of y'all ain't real fans of the sports. You fans of fighters. As I said before, I want to see fight. I don't give a damn who the promoter is. Y'all sitting up here caping for promoters that ain't paying y'all a dime. And then y'all switch the narrative when it fits y'all. So put your fake black fist in the air down and just keep, because I do this I do this with ease, man. This easy for me. Like I said, man, I've been messing with this boxing stuff since I was like 4 years old, man. I remember watching Muhammad Ali on NBC versus Ernie Shavers, if I'm not mistaken, with my father, with my pops. Rest in peace to my pops. My father got me into sports at like age 4. For real. I remember watching Muhammad Ali versus Larry Holmes when it first happened. I remember Muhammad Ali's last fight with Trevor Berbick. I remember seeing Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hearns when it first happened. I've been doing this boxing stuff for over 40 years. I remember when Oscar De La Hoya was in the Olympics. I didn't start watching boxing in 2012 or 2006 when YouTube started. I've been doing this. I remember Oscar De La Hoya versus Trinidad when it first happened. y'all asses out of here, man. I'm a bet at this, man. I'm like that song by Ice-T, man. I ain't new to this. But y'all, there you have it. Y'all see the truth. Y'all know the truth. Well, some of y'all know the truth. It's just like what Jack Nicholson said. Y'all can't handle the truth. But once again, that's not my problem, man. That's not my problem. And you know what was so bad? You still had some people try to say that it was a bad look for Terrence. How was it a bad look for Terrence Crawford when he completely exposed Al Heyman? What? It's a bad look because he made Errol Spence look bad? He made Errol Spence look like a liar? Because he uncovered the truth with the truth? And like I said, once again, Terrence Crawford could have went in on Al Heyman. And he still showed them some love. Still didn't like go in on, like, man, come on, man. Like, I mean, dude, I mean, for real, are y'all that, y'all that emotionally attached? Y'all that emotionally attached? Like I said, man, hey, what Leslie Child say on The Hangover? Not my problem. Not my problem, man. Not my problem. And see, here's the thing. I can say this stuff. I don't need to debate nobody. Because once again, it ain't no use debate nobody. See, I have my own outlet to say what I need to say. It ain't no use getting no debates with no emotional, attached fanboys. Dude, screaming Jayhawking ass dudes that do nothing but scream Sinbad. Yeah, man, let me tell you something, man. Look, man, Errol Spence, man. It's all Terrence Crawford, man. Shut your ass up, man. Stop it. I mean, for real, man. Sinbad. Y'all know how Sinbad used to talk. Like I said, let's just keep it a buck, man. Let's just keep it a buck, man. Al Heyman got Errol Spence looking real bad out here. And to be honest with you, Terrence Crawford didn't expose Errol Spence. Al Heyman did. Man ain't even allowed to negotiate. Ain't even allowed to be part of the negotiations. Be listed like everything go through Al Heyman. Don't that sound like control to me? Don't that sound like slavery to me? Once again, let's talk about the fake pro-black dude here. While you asking a black man, can you see the book, man? While you asking the black man, Al Heyman, brother? We supposed to be brothers, man. Y'all just like that. Y'all like some of y'all just like that dude on Menace to Society, man. The one say, man, I don't want to hear none of that pro-black shit. You know that gets no play. That's how y'all really is. Y'all ain't about blackness. At least that dude admitted it. You know that gets no play, am I right? That's how y'all try to talk all that pro-black stuff. I bet y'all couldn't recite one verse to a Public Enemy song. I bet y'all don't know nothing about Lakeem Shabazz. I bet y'all don't know nothing about Ascari X. But y'all supposed to be so black. Shut y'all asses up. I'm giving y'all this work. I'm putting the shovel on y'all like Caleb Plant did. I'm putting the shovel on y'all, man. I'm putting the shovel on y'all. Y'all talk all that pro-black stuff. I bet y'all ain't got one Public Enemy song or one Lakeem Shabazz song or Ascari X, dudes like that. None of that stuff. But y'all supposed to be so pro-black, man. Just stop it. Some old school Hassani. I bet y'all don't know one verse to a Paris song. But y'all so pro-black. Shut y'all asses up. I guarantee. I bet y'all don't even know who none of those artists are that I just mentioned. But y'all so pro-black. Shut y'all asses up, man. Now get ready to flag this video like y'all always do, because that's what the aerospace apologists do too. They flag your videos so you can't monetize them. But I always win my appeal in most cases. Because like I said, they can't take the heat. They can dish it out, but they can't take it. Like I said, man, I'm just giving y'all this work, man. Like I said, man, I'm sorry y'all can't stand it. I'm sorry that your feelings is hurt. Sorry about that, man, but you know. Nah, Clint, I got him, man. The dirt has already been put on them, man. You know what I'm saying? The dirt is already, man, they finished, man, already done zombified some of these dudes, man. It's the Walking Dead with y'all. For real. I'm the Black Rick Grimes. You know what I'm saying? I'll survive everything. I'm the black version of Rick Grimes. So, you know what I'm saying? Everything, like I said before I end this stream, just remember, for the people like Aubrey that's been here since I first got on here, everything I predicted came true. When I told you back in 2019, that's when I really started to get suspicious. They said they was gonna stall this fight. Like I said, the whole Bob Arum thing was capped. So like I said, to you Errol Spence apologists, go take y'all asses back to those pro Errol Spence channels. Go cry on there. Go complain on there. Go whine on there, bro. Oh yeah, X-Clan. Yeah, them too. I forgot about X-Clan. My bad. Even Muhammad Ali's daughter made an album, Marion. And she was taught, like I said, keeping that real. You know what I'm saying? Preaching that real. So like I said, I guarantee you none of them dudes know about X-Clan. I got that X-Clan album on vinyl. Grand Verbalizer. Let me tell you about blackness. Grits and cornbread. How could you, man, don't mess with me, man. Real talk. So like I said to the Errol Spence Brigade, y'all excuses, keep trying to circumvent excuses. It is what it is. Don't be mad at Terrence Crawford. Be mad at Al Heyman. I'm out.